Well, the old machines were not computer assisted, so that a lot of the finished track would have imperfections in it. It'd be a quarter-inch low here, quarter-inch high there, because it was all done by eyeball.
Oh, all done by eyeball.
On the experience of the operator. Now the operator can tell the computer what the parameters are, and the computer will guide the machine so that the finished product is uniform.
Wonderful. Is that you were telling us about North White Plains?
I was saying that North White Plains is the second largest terminal on the railroad, the largest being Stamford.
Oh, really?
And to the east is the layover yard, which is a new yard which went in service about 4 years ago. And we lay over 126 or more cars every night in that yard. They get inspected, cleaned, serviced, and so on.
Wow. How many acres do you have up here, Donald? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Of all this?
Well, the new facilities, I think they're great. They really represent a big difference from the way we used to conduct our business. It's made things a lot more comfortable and
ways you really improved.
Yes.
And what do you think of it?
I think it's great. It's like coming out of the dark ages. If you were to see what we worked in the past, this is a great modern facility, which makes everything easier for the mechanics to work on, for machines to come in and out on a timely basis, and the work will get done much quicker with this facility.
You're really thrilled with it?
Oh, very much so, yes. We're all excited about it.
Right. And your name was what?
Mr. Lova Borischuk.
Well, thank you. And what do you think of it, Mr. Cicerian?
I think it's great compared to what we had. We should get a lot more production, and morale is really improved.
I bet, yeah.
Tremendously.
And your name is?
Ciceri.
Ciceri. And what do you think of it, Mr. Whitney?
I think it's marvelous. If you worked all the years I have out in the fresh air and out in the sun, and no covers, no lights, rain and snow, it's fabulous.
You would be thrilled with it, Donald Nelson. Is there anything else you want to tell the folks?
No, I would only say that we are proud of this facility and the employees of Metro North who are providing a superior service now, and I think the investment of taxpayer dollars in this facility will make that job easier for us, and the result, I think, will be felt by the customers.
Okie doke. I'll think of you every time I pay my New York State MTA surcharge.
Good.
On my telephone bill.
All right.
Okay.
We can use it.
Okay, Donald Nelson, thanks for being on a chat with Glendora.
My pleasure.
North White Plains, everybody. Take care. From the Bronx. That's the way they do it in the Bronx.
Glendora?
You're on tape. Go ahead. This is Ralph Romano, Ira.
Would you please pick up the phone?
This is Ralph Romano, Ira.
Please pick up the phone. Please pick up the phone.
The time is 7:10 p.m. And we're just going to have a meeting with Mr. Birnbaum. Just going to have a meeting. Now, Ira, there's not a person here. There's not one person here. There's nobody here to use the studio. And another thing, Ira, I've got their book. I found it in the wastebasket, their book from last year, and you ought to see it. It's empty half of the time. And you've been paying these people, and they've been putting in the wrong hour. And I found everything that they scheduled last year. I found it in the wastebasket. I've just been waiting to show it to you. Now you can see, Ira, it's 7:10 p.m. There's not one person here. Not one person is in this studio. And my program could have been all done by now on VHS. You ought to see this guy walk around with his jail keys. See, not a person is here. What do you think of this lounge chair in the office? Isn't that something? You ought to see him sound asleep in it.
Profitable relationships developing, I mean professional relationships continuing from that.
Network.
Employees of Westchester Country Club who live in the community surrounding here, Harrison, Portchester, Rybrook, wherever it might be, all have an increased earnings because of the extra work developed from that. Certainly there's additional revenues developed throughout the whole community, and you have a multiple effect with the dollar. Every dollar earned is spent again in the community. That type of an aspect. Certainly the hotels and the restaurants benefit tremendously. Quite often find all the hotels sold out during that particular week. Westchester County.
You don't see that too often.
No, Westchester County, in all of its advertising that I've seen, claims to be one of the golfingest counties in the country, and claims a quality of life generated from golf, and this is certainly one of the major features that illustrates that to the country, if not to the world, and I think that they gain significantly from that in that county PR.
Do you have a card, Ted?
A business card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have it on you?
Yes. I think it, back to the hospitals a little bit, the whole event increases the awareness of the community in general of the need for the hospitals to be supported, and it's a good avenue in which they can do that.
Gee, really? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 testing. This is office 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 testing. Pull. Chance to refresh your memory.
And I refer to you as Glendora?
I'm Glendora, and it's a chat with Glendora.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be on Manhattan Cable TV, UA Columbia, and Cablevision. Manhattan Cable TV. We'll call you and give you the dates. Okay. Manhattan Cable TV, UA Columbia, and Cablevision. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think maybe you up here, right there, yeah, right about,
Are the notes going to bother people?
No, they won't even show.
Okay, you're going to catch from here?
Yeah, that's all, just,
jacket open
no, I would shut the jacket, yeah, that looks better. That's a very good shot, Ted. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sports and Grounds, Westchester Country Club. Hi, Ted, how are you?
Hi, Glendora. Fine, thank you. Welcome to Westchester.
Oh, thank you. The 25th golf tournament that you had here, PGA, it would really benefit Harrison residents, would you say?
Oh, certainly. The Buick Classic is a wonderful sporting event that we're very proud to host at Westchester Country Club. Number of benefits, of course. I don't know if you want me to enumerate them at this time.
Oh, yes, if you would.
Sure. The community hospitals, I think, are the prime beneficiaries of the charity, and of course residents of Harrison or of any of the neighboring communities benefit from well-run hospitals that receive the funds from this tournament. Definitely, there's no question but what the national television exposure to the world press is very beneficial to. It's a wonderful thing that's being developed by our tournament. Harrison residents, Portchester residents, Rybrook residents, and many of the other neighboring communities all get together with an opportunity for real positive contribution to their favorite charity, or in particular to the charity of the hospitals. Volunteer hours are quality hours, often with opportunities to meet other quality people who have volunteered their time. And quite often some very strong professional relationships are established through these volunteer hours. It's an excellent opportunity. Employees of Westchester community and Westchester Country Club in general all benefit from the tournament with additional earnings. And as you can quite imagine, these earnings can be positioned back through the community with dollars being spent multi-fold in the restaurants, in the motels, in the hotels of the area. I think quite often during the week of the tournament, hotels are actually sold out because of the tournament. I think that's a very significant benefit.
Yeah, I'll say.
The community has that very significant opportunity to gain financially. Westchester County often claims to be one of the golfingest counties in the country, and I've often seen advertisements to that effect, hoping to attract more business to Westchester County, hoping to attract more residents to the county, and quality of life is something that I think we in Westchester County are very proud of, and golf contributes to that significantly, and that is advertised by virtue of the exposure of our tournament within the community, and so the residents of Harrison all gain from that additional exposure in my mind.
Ted, where are we now? At the 18th hole?
We're at the 18th hole of the tournament. Normally it's played as the 9th hole on the west course for Westchester Country Club, but during the tournament it's reversed. The nines are reversed to allow a better finishing hole for.
This is camcorder playing back. Take 2M. Why is it playing it back and playing it back with lines going through it and flashes of white every now and then? Why? This is a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 testing. Why is it doing that?
I believe over the last few years to the local hospitals, and I think it's very worth everybody's while to participate.
I think you're sold on it. Well, Ted Horton, we want to thank you for telling the folks that.
Glendora, thank you.
Take care, Ted.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The bleachers.
Oh, that's where they were?
Yes. And corporate sponsors, etc.
Oh, that's where they were, along here.
Special seating here.
And where was CBS telecasting?
Well, CBS telecasts from about 15 different locations, but really they have about 7 towers for official on-camera. They have mobile cameras that will follow the golf around throughout the property.
And the big tower was right there, huh?
The main tower for the 18th green was right there.
Yeah. Isn't this one of the prettiest blossoms that you ever, beautiful folks, isn't this one of the prettiest blossoms you ever saw? Guess what it is? It's an onion. That's an onion blossom. Look at it. And here's another one. See all the leaves? And then this beautiful flower comes. should be. I stopped making weekly donations to this congregation, to the collection plate, many months ago, and to AT&T and New York Tel, with all due respect to you, Chet, and to Bob Glancy. Here is how the telephone bill should be cut to size. This analysis I made in February. It took me 4 weeks to do it. I really don't know if I can read it. You don't have to pay $38 a month equals $456 a year. By owning your to AT&T, you can own your own equipment. You do not have to pay AT&T $456 a year for a transfer station and for the spirit system. And even though you pay every month, you don't end up owning your instruments. And AT&T will give you money when you turn the instruments in. 2, get rid of the payphone, the coin phone. It costs $630 a year. It does a very low volume, something like 60 cents a week. Have people come into the church office and pay you a quarter to use the phone. Get rid of a touch tone, $3.08 per month on 3 phones. You can get touch tone on practically any phone instrument you buy today. It's free. You don't have to pay New York Telephone. And you keep instruments. It just doesn't make sense. Get rid of the private phone in the pastor's office. That will save $456 a year. Total savings per year are $1,648. Subtract that $1,648 from $3,500, and the comes down to like $1,852. And when you turn in your AT&T equipment, you will get a payment. It was really folly to install the spirit system in the first place. Installation like that must have cost $3,000. Thank you. The end. Meet Brian Coleman, who's a deputy director of the National Council. What do you do, Brian, as a deputy director?
Well, as deputy director, I'm pretty much in charge of all operations at the council, which means that we are providing all kinds of services ranging from prevention and education to intervention services, drinking driving programs, and training professionals to be chemical dependency counselors in the state of New York. So pretty much my role is to oversee all the operations, do supervision, and a lot of administration. Our staff is pretty multifaceted, well-trained, and my job is pretty easy because they're so qualified.
Brian, you seem to like what you do.
Oh, I love what I do.
Yeah,
As a matter
good for
of fact,
you.
I just happen to get a paycheck for something that I like doing.
National Council on Alcoholism and Drug, what is it? Drug
National
what?
Council on Alcoholism and Other Drug Addictions.
And other drug addictions. Thank you, Brian Coleman.
Thank you very much.
Johnson.
Hey folks, these people were over here from England. They have a TV production company, and they saw Chat with Glendora on Manhattan Cable TV, and they decided to use some of it over in England. So they asked for a clip, and I made them a whole bunch of jokes, and then they chose one of the jokes and they put it on television on Channel 4 in England, clear across the country, and 3 million people saw it. Now, we're going to have a game, you and I. I'm going to show you these jokes. I don't forgotten how many there are. And see if you can pick the joke that they picked. And if you can, if you pick the right joke, I'll give you $5. But you'll have to call, when you see the jokes, you call up and you say which joke it is and leave your telephone number and your name. And then after this program is on, and first of all it has to be on in Manhattan Cable TV and Paragon Cable TV. Then the next week it's on UA Columbia Cable TV. And the third week it's on Cablevision. And then after the program plays on Cablevision, that next day, then you call me up, and if you have the joke right, I'll mail you the $5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You want to turn off the light and turn off the camera a second? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is program 1179, and it will be on Manhattan Cable July 3rd, and it will be on UA Columbia Cable July the 9th, and then it will be on Cablevision Harrison and Port Chester on July the 17th. So July the 18th, the prizes will be awarded. Cut. This is our new little kitten. This is little Valerie. And Valerie's a very formal little kitten. Can you see she's always dressed up in her tuxedo? Yeah, right? You sweet little baby. And so, if you know anybody who wants a wonderful lifelong companion, call me, and we'll talk to them about little Valerie. Hey, you want to see little Valerie? You know, she has quite a few toes. Yeah, she has white gloves. Over this way, Valerie. And she has white gloves, and she has white sneakers, and she has... Okay, here we go, folks. Down we go. Bye, Valerie. Valerie is spelled V-A-L-O-R-I-E. Valerie's cat. Cut. Folks, you are a cable TV customer in the state of New York. Therefore, you have a Bill of Rights. This is the Cable Customers